Have you ever wondered how fashion stylists always wear basics but they look elevated and feel high fashion? What's their secret? Hi everyone, it's the Glam Philosopher and I'm debunking all of their secrets. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so that you don't miss out on any of our videos. Now let's get started. Let's start off with basics. Now what are basics? Basics are garments that build the very foundations of your wardrobe. They are the pillars that will help you form your own wardrobe from its very start and will further help you determine your own aesthetic. You can watch my How to Build Your Wardrobe featuring your own aesthetic video where I go in depth about these basics. It will be linked in the right top corner and in the description box as well. Basics, as I mentioned before, are the building blocks of a wardrobe. These basics are available in a lot of different silhouettes, colors and fits. What stylists mainly do is they try and find these basics which play around with silhouettes and fits. Again, these basics are the ones which are in their overall aesthetic. If you've watched my How to Dress High Fashion for Beginners video, then you will realize that when there is a play in a garment in the genre of basics, it automatically becomes unique, more so than its counterpart. Here is an example of a regular tank and a high fashion version of it. What garments like these, the high fashion basics, are gonna do is add a lot more interest to the overall look. And when you have a closet full of these high fashion pieces, it's going to be much easier to style. And I'll get to the how part in a bit. And stylists look for these basic high fashion pieces in newer brands or designer shops. Why is that? Because basics are constantly used. For them, it's all about building an outfit. So they start off with basics and then it's just building on top of it. What this strategy does is it takes away the time. So you go from feeling, oh, I don't have anything to wear, to building outfits like a pro. And that's how they build mood boards worth of outfits for each and every client. They start off with high fashion basics in each to one aesthetic and then build on top of it. Because not only does this strategy work for clothing, but it also applies to jewelry, accessories and shoes. DM us on Instagram at the Glam Philosopher, looks out of basics, if you're interested in knowing more about this, and don't hesitate to give a follow if you're at that. Okay Paris, I'd love to style these pieces now that you've told me the secrets of fashion stylists, but where do I find these high fashion basics? Aren't they gonna be heavy on my budget? And so the next strategy I'm gonna talk about is where to find these pieces. I urge you to go check out How to Dress High Fashion for Beginners video because that video is packed with info. Your girl is serving all her cards right in front of you. If you have checked out that video, then your myth about high fashion is expensive has busted. And I am going to tell you the hidden formula stylists use to get their hands on these high fashion pieces. The secret is, it's all about exploring in the places you already trust. Curation is key. Wasn't something you expected to hear? Let me explain. If you constantly shop from a certain brand, then chances are that brand fits your aesthetic. Searching for a high fashion piece is going to be easier for you over there than to go to a completely different store. What this is going to do for you is create an eye for curation. So the next time you go to your trusted shop, you're going to pick out pieces which are in your aesthetic yet still high fashion. So we meet all the categories, first being it's in your aesthetic, second being it's in your budget, third being it's basics and you can style them via building up, and fourth being it's very doable for you. Now you understand why stylists ask for places where you shop from. They might not give you recommendations from the same stores, but they understand your eye and aesthetic via these stores. Did you just have a fashion epiphany? Let me know in the comments. Building up your aesthetic by your own self is not the mountain you make it to be. You just need a little push in the right direction and you can do it all by yourself. Give a like to this video if you resonate with this thought. I hope you found today's video informational and transformational, and I will see you in the next video. Bell wishes until then. Bye!